Nithyanandam guys, this is Priscilla. Welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by my channel today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe if you're interested in learning all about authentic yoga, Ved-Agamic knowledge, Ayurveda, and natural healing. That's what this channel is all about and what I love to share with you guys about. So today I'm going to be doing a video which I'm sure won't be super huge or popular, but it's something which I really care about, and I want to continue to make videos about this for you guys and for anybody, even if it's only one person that watches it. And that is kind of a spiritual discourse, or what we call Vakyartha in Sanskrit. It's a discussion of spiritual truths after listening to the truths revealed by the master. In this case, there was a webinar last night at our local Los Angeles temple, and actually broadcasted worldwide by my guru, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, who I've been following now for some years. And it was a mind-blowing webinar about the cosmos and about specifically our experience of time and what components come into play in our experience of reality. So I'm going to briefly introduce to you guys what are the components which make up our experience of reality and why it should matter to you, how this can pertain to your life. And this is for those of you guys who don't just directly watch my guru or have seen this webinar. I really think it's important to digest these truths and apply them to our daily life. So there's four main components of the reality we experience. Matter, which we call jata in Sanskrit. Mind, which we call manas. Intelligence, which we call buddhi. And last is consciousness, which has many different names in Sanskrit. Paramashiva, Parabrahma, the ultimate conscious source. So again, there's matter, mind, intelligence, and consciousness, which make up our experience in the human body. Now, when we are born in regular society, living a normal life, and for most of us, our experience of life was that, we are experiencing an equal division of all these parts of our lives. For example, we use and care and value matter 25%. We then also integrate the mind, right? The mental faculties, thoughts, emotions, and those come into play as 25% of our reality. Another 25% is our intelligence. The difference between mind and intelligence is that while matter is there as a solid, right? It's all the objects we experience around us, even our own body. Solid matter, right? I think you all understand that one. Now, how we perceive that matter varies greatly person to person, right? Continuously, you'll see that people never have the same experience of matter. It's that observer effect, that anybody who's observing something changes the matter itself because of their perception. So just like if I was looking at the same stone as you would have a totally different perception of that object than me. So that's the mind, how we perceive things. It's actually an action. It doesn't have relative existence. It's only an action force exerted on matter. I hope that kind of makes sense. Now, I'm paraphrasing all the words of my guru, but I hope this is kind of digestible for you guys. Then the next component would be the intelligence. Now the buddhi, the intelligence, is an even higher faculty. Why? Because what it does is it perceives both mind and matter together and then makes a conscious decision. So I might look at some object and have a thought or feeling about it, but my intelligence can then come into play and discern how I'm gonna use that, or how I might go about doing something, or even if I had a desire for something, if I should follow that desire or if it's not going to serve me and others. Like that, intelligence exists to make decisions, to make right decisions. And then the last component is the most fascinating, juicy part, which is consciousness, consciousness itself. There's times and situations in life where we have all experienced pure consciousness, what we sometimes refer to as being, or that soul level, where it's completely undiluted outside of our body, our mind, our personality, our thoughts, but it's us. It's the core makeup of who we are. And sometimes we see that shine through in moments of intuition or empathy and all of these types of situations, right? Or spiritual practice and or meditation or yoga and all these type of experiences. We can get a glimpse of that consciousness which resides in us. Now, all these four components exist, but why it matters to understand them is because all spiritual practice within Sanatana Dharma, within Hinduism, right? The yogic sciences, meditation, Ayurveda, all of the different sciences, even puja, kirtan, all these things only exist for one purpose, which is to raise the power, the frequency of your consciousness. So instead of functioning only with 25% of your consciousness, we want to grow that consciousness and allow it to shine through and overpower the other experiences of reality. Why? Because consciousness in itself is undiluted, pure, and the space of enlightenment itself. It's the space which we have all been seeking our entire life. It's the thing we know is there, can't quite put our finger on it, but feel that it's missing in our lives. You know, some people think that it's happiness that they're looking for. Some people think that it's relationships. But really the meaning, the fulfillment they're looking for is enlightenment itself, which is only allowing pure consciousness, your consciousness, to flood through your being. Instead of being limited to raw desire because you're attached to matter, such as, you know, getting hurt by people all the time in your relationships, or only having the highest experience of your life as drugs or alcohol or sexual experiences, but realizing that there's actually so much more. And when we can tap into those higher states of consciousness, we can see it clearly, and we can taste it, and we can understand it, and we can grasp it. And so why I'm introducing this concept to you guys today is because I had a huge click about this as I was listening to my guru last night in his satsang about this very thing, in that all context for the actions that we do, the spiritual practices that we do, and even ultimately, ideally, would be anything that we're doing in our day-to-day life, should keep this goal in mind, to infuse more and more consciousness into our being, so that we can make the other more gross things in our life a little more redundant and go into those subtler levels of consciousness itself. And in that space, we can grasp spiritual truth, we can live spiritual truth and cosmic intelligence, we can feel complete bliss, complete liberation from all of our suffering. I hope this was helpful for you guys today. This again was just my paraphrasing of my guru's words, which are always 1000% more articulate and eloquent than mine. So if you are interested in diving deeper into this, I will add the link as soon as the video is up on his YouTube channel. In the meantime, you can check out Nithyananda YouTube channel, or go to nithyananda.tv for live satsangs every single night if you're interested. I would highly recommend. Me and my husband watch every single night anytime Swamiji is live. It's such a blessing in our life and such a guidance and a compass on our spiritual path. So I hope that it can give you the same. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to this video. I hope you're having a beautiful week. Blessings, Nithyanandam, and let me know your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Love you guys.